All right, guys, we are here at FlexArmor. We are at the corporate headquarters. So rvroof.com. We've been here overnight, and we are just really getting ready for the day. We don't know what to expect exactly. We know they're going to take it in, strip off the top, or do some things to the top. We're going to bring you along with it. But hey, we are here at FlexArmor. FlexArmor right there. We're here. We spent the night here. So we've got today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Today is Monday. We spent Sunday night here, and it's a little chilly, but they had power hookup for us. So we were able to hook up power. Didn't even have to run the generator. And we're ready to get rolling. They start about 9 o'clock, so we'll be waiting on them to get here. It's about 8 o'clock now, and we're excited to get this process rolling. Let's go inside here and see what Miss Julie's doing. What's going on in here? Getting ready to pack up and go?
Yes, it's about.
Yeah. We got it done, guys. We spent the night. We're all packed up, pretty much ready to go. Just waiting on them to arrive, and we'll go from there.
It's been a little hard this time because it's packing a little different. You know, you gotta move stuff out of the way of the vents and.
Yes, we have determined that we do not like packing a bag to go somewhere else.
Yeah, like I like taking my house with me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're bring the whole house with us, people.
Yes.
and even when we go somewhere else without the RV, we still bring the whole house with us.
Yes.
Or this one does anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm one of those people I'm prepared for anything and everything.
That's true. If for some reason we need 20 pairs of socks, we have them. So anyway,
Pickleball socks.
Anyway, we are excited to get this process rolling.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on them to show up, and then we'll show you the process.
Sticky, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why a lot of people always ask about removing the membrane, and we try not to.
The membrane,
Yeah, we try not to if we don't have to, because one, you pull up a lot of splinters. You walk on this, you get trash in it, so it just makes a not so pretty finish. So, and a lot of people are really worried about that. Some could care less as far as that. They're like, hey, if it don't leak, I don't care. But
right.
It just makes for a prettier finish.
That is really thin.
Yes.
Wow.
And these vinyls are a little bit tougher than the EPDM.
Looks rough, doesn't it? It's going to look so much nicer.
This is a hollow tube, and when you have these kind of fifth wheel ladders, they have a screw right here for adjusting this last hand grip, and it's not uncommon when we start opening them up that there's water down there.
That would eventually cause...
It'll eventually rot. That's a common place. We'll see wood damage over time.
It's a good thing we came in when we did.
That's right.
day 2. We're here.
This is like the main day, right?
This is the spray day. This is the spray day. Let's go take a look and see what the progress is. Walk over to the shop here. Look at that. All taped up.
Beauty's all taped up.
Yeah, all taped up.
She got her new fans this morning.
So how long is the whole process of getting this done? Prep work, spraying, curing, whatever?
2.5 days.
Okay.
And mostly because it's at least a day of cleaning, getting it ready. Then we spray on the second day. And then usually it sits overnight just because of the white UV, make sure it's thoroughly dry, and then we just put it together the third day. Now in the summertime, like if he had this already yesterday like they did, they were just waiting on parts and they'd come in this morning and sprayed it, they would actually be starting to put it back together this afternoon. But it's cooler right now, so things dry a little slower. But typically 2.5 days, if there's no woodwork and no major solar.
I'm a little surprised that the smell's not really strong. I expected it to be a very chemically smelling process, but it's not.
No, because it doesn't have any propellants, doesn't have any fumes. It solidifies. It just is a fast process. And like I said, you don't have any of those fumes. It's 100% solid, so there is very minimal smell. And any little bit that there is, when you get close to it, I mean, it's, as you can tell, you don't smell it, and he just sprayed it.
And I noticed, like, I know you guys are a Harvest Host location. And you can also, when you're bringing it, you can stay overnight for the night before.
Yep. And some people stay the night after to not like me get on the road late.
But you cannot stay in it while it's being sprayed.
No, and this is why.
Right.
You know, we got your ACs off. You're all wrapped up.
I mean, it's Florida, so you really wouldn't want to be in here in the heat with no ACs, so it makes sense. So 2 things. One, I've heard a lot of people have concerns about weight.
It only weighs half a pound per square foot approximately, because you know sometimes a little thicker, a little lighter. But in the end, about a 40-footer ends up being about 150 pounds.
So just get rid of some T-shirts to offset it.
Yeah, a lot of the shows, the older guys will say, "Oh, I just tell my wife she can't come camping anymore."
Well, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could say that sometimes, but anyway. Another thing I heard as a concern was, you know, what if my vent fan goes out and I need to replace it?
Well, you have a couple options. One, we just did a video, 99.9% of it, you can swap everything out without messing with the frame. You know, even a lot of these powered ones. So you can replace a lot of it. But if you did damage the frame, you can cut through it. Either you can do it or you can bring it to a shop. But you cut through it, replace it, and then we can respray just that area if you ever needed to. And it does not happen that often. I know it's always a #1 question, but I mean, we see campers coming in here, like that Winnebago we just left, it was 20 years old, and they've never changed a fan on it. So I think people think about that, but it does not happen as much as you think. We get maybe 1 or 2 every couple years. We just don't see.
Yeah, I know we replaced ours with the new Max Airs that just drop in, so it shouldn't ever be a problem. We have to replace it.
But those is just 4 screws. But even like I said, even the regular ones, you can access a lot of that from inside.
And the air conditioners, you could easily just pop them out because it's just a gasket, right?
Yes, it sits on top with your gasket, and we do that because we've learned over the years that if you interfere with what RV techs are used to, you run into a lot of trouble. So we try not to alter that because we know that's a very high likely part you're going to have to fix.
Sure, yeah. So I noticed he's spraying that all the openings are taped off down below the wood line.
For your ACs,
So you spray that wood.
Yeah, we want to seal that exposed edge, like especially with the AC holes, because if your gasket fails, we don't, like right now with a rubber roof, it'll go under the rubber.
Right.
And so and a lot of AC gasket failures are small leaks, they're not downpour leaks. So we don't want it getting the wood wet if something goes wrong with your gasket. Or your drain holes clog up. That happens a lot and wants to come in. So we seal all that wood so that if it did ever fail, you're not going to have any roof or anything with your wood on your roof.
You guys have thought of everything, I'm telling you. It's impressive.
We always say we don't want to see you again unless you buy a new camper.
There you go.
So we try to make sure we do everything right the first time.
But you're making it where we don't have to buy a new camper.
You'd be amazed though.
So I know you talked about, you know, at different facilities and whatnot. How many facilities do you have?
Right now, last count was 41. 41.
41, okay. But this is the main headquarters, so everybody has to come here to do training
Yep.
and do whatever?
Everybody comes here for initial training, and then when they go back and we get all their equipment at their shop, we send Gary, our director of operations, or sometimes us if he's busy, but we go there and do their first couple roofs with them.
And the quality, the warranty is the same across the board, all
yes.
the locations?
When we have any kind of issues, and some people might do things a little bit different, but as long as they're following the bare basic procedures, that's all that we're concerned about. That's just they're going to do different ways they do their borders, different little personal things they like. And the warranty is across the board. That's another kind of really important factor that we built into it. This is not just on our shop offering the warranty. It's the installation of the product. And I guess the way to illustrate it is like if you get a Sherwin-Williams painter to paint your house, Sherwin-Williams isn't going to back up him installing it.
Right.
So, and what we do with FlexArmor is we make the product, own the product, and we install it. So if you have a problem, it's all handled by us. You won't get that runaround.
So in the middle is our solar prep box. So if you were going to add solar onto this rig, you could do so. You sprayed over it.
Yes, and we do that because it just eliminates hassle for you if you're not going to have any solar, because that's plastic. We know what happens to plastic in the sun. But yet, if you sold this or in the future changed your mind, it's real easy to know where the wires are at. You're already going to have to come back to get your brackets sprayed in. So you would just cut that out to get to your connections, do whatever you're going to do, and then we respray it all in.
Okay. Let's go to the other side and talk about the vent, your specialized vent deal.
Okay.
What is
I
that?
made myself taller on that. That is your vent pipe for your gray tanks, your freshwater. I think this one only has 2. Sometimes they've been combining them, but anyway, that is your vent pipe, and we put a different base because we put a FlexArmor lid on it to mark that it's a FlexArmor roof, so that future owners will know. So we're starting to do that. We see a lot of people getting sold campers being told it's FlexArmor and it's not.
Oh,
it's been a
okay.
problem also. So this is we're hoping to help with that. And that design just is a little bit easier to spray than the ones that come with them.
So I heard a rumor that you did 240 roofs in 2025.
Yes.
How long have you guys been around?
We've been around, it'll be 21 years this year.
Okay.
It used to be just David and I doing them, and for years. And then we opened our first shop. Our first applicator was Elite RV, south of Tampa. And then from there, over time, slowly, we've added more locations.
So lots of experience, guys. They've seen it all when it comes to roofs. This is gray.
Yes.
I know you talked about there's another final process. What is that?
It's a UV top coat. It's white, and it just helps with extending the UV life, prettier looking, keeps the unit cooler.
And that goes on tomorrow, or?
No, to go on today. As soon as he's done spraying, he'll hop up there. They'll pull all the wires. The first piece of tape that go down has the wires where those things sticking out are. They'll pull the wires and they'll spray the top coat on it. And then tomorrow morning, everything will be thoroughly dry. They'll put it together.
Guys, can you believe that this whole thing can be dried, multiple coats, and done in one day? Like, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, but if it was summertime and it
Can't
was
even
90
paint
degrees,
your house in one day. And I mean, a wall doesn't even dry in one day.
like I said, if it was summertime, they'd be putting it back together this afternoon, but a little bit cooler
Wow.
right now.
Alright guys, I think that's pretty much a wrap for today. She's all painted up, sprayed up, painted up, good to go. Gotta watch paint dry now. This RV might look familiar to some of you guys because this is Caitlin's RV. That's right. Caitlin has allowed us to stay for the last few days in her RV while we're getting our roof done. But today is the last day. Today is the day we pick it up, we head back to our other site. We do appreciate Caitlin for letting us stay in her RV. It's a beautiful Montana. If you haven't checked out that video, you should. We'll put a link right here. Great house, great RV, great park she stays in. But hey, we are getting ready to go check out the final stages of getting this roof done at FlexArmor. We're excited. It's been a long time in the making. But again, thank you to Caitlin for letting us stay in her RV while we get this process done. Let's get on over there and see what's going on. Alright guys, we're at the last day here. And here is the almost finished product. It's impressive you have nails to do that.
Sometimes good, sometimes no.
Yeah. We opted for the upgraded skylight. We really think it was just nice to still have the skylight. Now they will also allow you to just spray over the existing skylight, but we decided again to get the upgraded skylight because we like having the extra light in the bathroom. do have a little bit more to go in this segment. If you're interested about how they got into this, how it affects some other RV type roofs, we have some extra content after the end of this video, so make sure you watch. But what I can offer you is if you use Destination Full-Time, tell them that Destination Full-Time sent you, you can get $500 off of this roof. So what are you waiting on? We're so impressed with this roof. This video is going to be a little different though, because we did this one video, but we're going to check back with you at the 3-month point, the 6-month point, the 3-year point. We're going to keep telling you how this roof is holding up and performing in future videos. So, hey, what are you waiting on? Check out the rest of the video. So I know ours had the membrane, but I know a lot of manufacturers, like in Class 8s, and some of the fifth wheels now are also going to a solid fiberglass roof.
Yeah.
And I know I've heard where you guys do some coatings on that because you've seen some problems with fiberglass.
Yeah, because there's a lot of misconception on a lot of those fiberglass roofs. It's actually real thin. It's called Phylon. So it comes on a roll just like your rubber roof.
Oh, okay.
And you have instances where they bend it too much and cause stress cracks, like on radiuses and corners. And the sun eats away that thin gel coat and it starts to crack. It punctures easier actually in a rubber roof because there's no give, so trees, that kind of thing. We do a lot of fiberglass because we are a lot less expensive option than getting a fiberglass roof replaced.
Oh, okay.
We can fix like a 40-something foot Winnebago, even if it blew off, for about $8,000 or $9,000. Well, you're looking at 25 to 30 to get that actually to go back with what you had. So we do a lot of fiberglass.
So the bottom line is, just because it's fiberglass doesn't mean that it can't still have problems and water leaks and crack. How'd you get into this? I mean, this is so unique.
It was totally by accident. David has been in the coating business for years, and so he was doing other coatings, and somebody had come by. He used to do a lot of the ski boat platforms.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so put grid in them, that kind of thing. So a customer had come by, and then he looked at some samples, and he asked David, he's like, can you do this on my RV roof? And David's like, well, I guess so. And they actually did that one in a campground. We have pictures in the office on that. And when he got done, the gentleman he did it for, he's like, you need to look into this because I would have paid you double what you did. So that kind of led to that. So then we started looking into it more. David did a couple more, and then it was just a lot of legwork, working on products, what would work, what wouldn't work. We had to redo our first 12 roofs. So I mean, you know, there's a lot of,
yeah.
That's why we get concerned when we see RV places jumping in, because, you know, technically anybody can just go buy a spray rig and buy whatever.
Sure.
But there's a lot more to it. But that was just kind of it. And then,
well, it's the experience you were mentioning earlier. You know, you made the mistakes already. You know
and he was
what
a
doesn't
spray
work.
guy, and he
Yeah.
actually had spray experience. But you need to be able to deal with aluminum, fiberglass. You know, there's a lot of different
Sure.
substrates. So it was just kind of that. It was just kind of one of those things. And then economy started dropping off as you got close. You know, in 2008, it just, other jobs were drying up even more, so we were putting more emphasis on it.
RVs
Yes,
longer then?
they were spending the money on fixing them. So as it got into that recession, you just kind of more of our business focus was perfecting this and doing that, and a slow shift, and here we are.
Yeah, it's an awesome process.
Wind in my hair, sun on my face. I set off for a journey, ain't no time to waste. Feeling high, feeling free, no destination in sight. Just me and my dreams, gonna chase them all night. Cities and mountains, I'm a wanderlust soul. On the open road, gonna let my heart unfold. The rhythm of the highway, the beat of my heart. I'm the king of the world, can't tear me apart. Gonna keep on moving, keep on grooving. Through the ups and downs, I keep on proving that nothing can stop me. I'm
We sold our house along with almost everything we owned, and we packed up the RV to live a lifestyle on the road. Now we're free from sticks and bricks and that old life we used to know. Come and join on our adventures, all the places that we'll go. And living in the RV is sublime. Destination full time.